Hey, LA Cashiero, hashtag the Avengers awaits. On my way home from the soap store that we have, Buff City Soap Shop, that my son and I go to. And on the way up, we passed by a park called Indian Lake State Park, or Forest Park, whatever. Um, which you'll see that when I do another check-in. But they got camping here, hiking trails, all kind of stuff. I haven't figured out the entrance fee yet, but I think they do it by the honor thing. But look at this lake. It is gorgeous. And they have, like I said, I saw a couple of hiking trails. Indian Lake State Forest. And over here looks like a couple of hiking trails, stuff like that. But this is beautiful. I'm gonna come back with my GoPro.
What was the name of this park again?
It is Indian Lake State Forest.
Indian Lake State Park.
They do have a sign of beware of alligators. And they have picnic tables throughout, so I might want to camp here before it gets too hot. But look at the lake, man. Lake, pond, whatever this is. It looks like a small lake. But it is flipping gorgeous, people. We're probably gonna drive around a little bit more before we head back.
Somebody has left a dog poop over there.
Yeah.
You got a little swing right here. Up over here, you sit down up there.
Yeah, they got the pavilions over here, over there, some picnic tables. It's a picnic table over there. So they got what looks like an outhouse that way. Benches. What I'll do is I'll Google it, see if I can find out what the fees are. But Eddie and I are gonna drive around a little bit before we head home. And then later on today or tomorrow, I'm gonna need to gas up my car. But we went to Buff.
Map right here.
Yeah, I already got a picture of that. We already went to Buff City. So, oh, they got little maps here. I'll grab two.
Yeah, there's a whole show that goes on this like lake.
Yeah.
And then there's a big red one that's even longer.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I took a picture of that. On this side, it gives you a little bit of history about the forest. Indian Lake State Forest. Aquifer recharge, if I pronounced that correctly. Aquifer recharge is the process by which water from the land surface replenishes groundwater in the aquifer. A spring shed is in the area where aquifer recharge contributes groundwater flow to specific spring system. Indian Lake State Forest is an integral component of the Silver Spring Shed. Aquifer recharge happens in the Indian Lake State Forest in two ways. Surface water from the Indian Lake Prairie drains into the Indian Lake a sinkhole lake which is directly connected to the Floridian aquifer. In addition to contribution of the surface water from the prairie rainfall also percolates through the sandy soils of the Indian Lake State Forest. Aquifer recharge in the area provides the groundwater that feeds Silver Springs, the Silver River, and the Okalawawa River. If I mispronounced that, I do apologize, but bear in mind I'm not good reading out loud. Gives you a little map showing where we are, and another map up there, and then it tells you some information about the sinkhole. The sinkhole lake, you are standing in front of Indian Lake, a classic Floridian karst formation known as a sinkhole lake. Sinkholes form when the surface soils collapses into the ground into an underground cave or void in the limestone. Some sinkhole lakes are naturally lined with clay soils and filled with surface waters. Other sinkhole lakes, such as Indian Lake, are filled with groundwater to the level of the underlying Floridian aquifer. Indian Lake is an 85, I repeat, 85-foot deep sinkhole that is directly connected to the aquifer. This means that water levels at Indian Lake vary from aquifer levels due to the balance between rainfall inputs and groundwater losses to springs and wells. The history. Indian Lake State Forest is comprised of over 4,000 acres of gently rolling sandhills and pastures just north of the historic Silver Springs in Marion County. The property was acquired under the Florida Forever program with additional money from Marion County and help from the Nature Conservancy Protection, Silver Springs Working Group, and the Department of the Environmental Protection. Some of the land was previously used for agriculture for special plans to develop for residential and commercial uses. The purchase and the preservation of Indian Lake State Forest was an important step towards protecting the health of Silver Springs and the downstream river. And here's a picture showing how deep it is. It's like, wow.
She almost got us lost.
Oh yeah. The trees look like they're really, very well marked. Going back and forth if I want to try it. I'm going to start walking it and see what happens. According to the map, it's 1.3 miles and it's a loop. So we'll see.
Absolutely.
Look at you, Ed. Look at you.
How about that?
Go.
Oh, that's cool.
Do it again. Nice.